Mattel has made some questionable choices for inclusions in the Racing Red series for the 2021 mainline. Primarily I'm being so picky because of the fact that it is supposed to celebrate the anniversary of Cars, as in Cars 1, like the 15th anniversary of the very first movie way back in 2006. And we got Jackson Storm, Francesco Bernoulli. They look great. Like, those are my two favorite Racing Reds so far, but I don't know, they're not really Cars 1E, I guess. But Sally here, perfect choice, Mattel, love it. She's gorgeous, and I'm very excited to get into her. But yeah, guys, welcome back to another Disney Docket presentation. Of course, we have Racing Red Sally today. She came out of 2021 Singles Case F, which is the case with the most new releases so far this year. So I'll link the unboxing for that in the description below, along with the card suggestion pop-up. Definitely, if you're going to order a case, if you're just going to order one, that is the case to order, if you're trying to be economical about it, because you get the most bang for your buck. Assuming that you already have like Lightning McQueen and Mater, because otherwise then, I don't know, any case would probably be good for you. But this one has a lot of good new stuff. So yeah, as I always say, I love that they make the artwork red, because last year they didn't make the silvers silver. So, I would not have been surprised if they just put a regular old picture of Sally on the card art, but thankfully this year they're doing, the redified versions. Obviously new for 2021, and probably she'll only be released in 2021. She will not be in any more cases. These are basically chases. Oh, that was kind of a rhyme there. Look at that. I like that. Anyway, yeah, they're basically chases because they'll only be issued in one case, and that is exactly how chases were released. Although I think there were a couple long ago that might have been in a couple cases, but for the most part, a chase is in one case. Super chases are definitely only in one case. Metal, Desert Horizon background, you have the Racing Red logo there. Sally Carrera de Color Rojo. That is such a clunky name. It's really like Sally of red color. Like, that's the direct translation pretty much. So boring. On the back here, you have the Cars logo, because this is basically like the anniversary, so it doesn't even say like as seen in Cars, because these are all special releases. You have the logo again. Mater, Jackson Storm, and there's Sally. Now, I did just review Francesco Bernoulli. I'll leave that link in the description and card suggestion as well. And he came out after Sally, so that's why they only show like this kind of cloaked car here. It doesn't actually show Francesco. Sally was in F, Francesco's in H. So yeah, I reviewed them out of order, but it's primarily because I didn't have like an extra of Sally to open up at the time. Otherwise, I would have reviewed her like 2 weeks ago, because I reviewed all my Case F stuff like before I went on vacation. Then I released those videos while I was on vacation, so that's kind of why I got all delayed. But yeah, you guys don't care about that. I'll open this guy up and we'll be good to go. Sally looks incredible out of the package, like just a gorgeous car. A couple things that I don't really like about it right off the bat, but we'll get into that. But yeah, just, a stunning, beautiful car. And I'm so glad Mattel chose her to be in the series, because it just makes sense. She's been such a big character over all the movies and shorts and all that. I will put a picture of her on the screen just so you can see how she looks in the movie, even though I'm sure it's been ingrained in your memory. So yeah, we're going to get into it. A couple other Sallys I want to introduce real quick. Now, alright, first of all, the first thing I don't like is that they're using like the old model of Sally that is like flatter and wider. So here is like your original Sally from China that they've released for the majority of all time. And you can see they're the same model. They're just kind of like a flatter, like somebody kind of stepped on them, compared to this one here, which they released in 2018. And we thought, oh my gosh, Mattel corrected Sally. They're going to release this new corrected version forever now. It's going to be the best thing ever. And then they reverted right back to this one. And yeah, I can prove that because I have the Thailand version of it over here. So I don't get that. Like, I don't understand why you go from this to this and then just back to this. Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me. And so yeah, this model is just so much more accurate. You can see it's thinner, taller, and they used that model for the metallic version, which also came out. Actually, no, was that 2019? I think, yeah, 2019 metallic Sally came out. And so it would be cool, you know, to have like this metallic Sally and the racing red Sally in the same model because, you know, they're both metallic. But, you know, we are not afforded that luxury here because Mattel is just vacillating between what model they want to choose. So yeah, I did want to put that out there. That's, you know, not the best thing in the world. So I'll be comparing her mainly to this Thailand version of Sally here in the older model. Thailand never did this model, FYI. Maybe that's actually why they switched. Who knows? Actually, this is getting really nitty and this is very particular, but that's actually not the reason because I know they released this and then a couple months later in the same packaging, like the same year and everything, they went back to this Chinese version. So yeah, who knows what Mattel is doing? You know, we are not smart enough to begin to express what they're doing. Anyways, she's got a nice little expression here. I like that they made her eyes bigger. It just makes her look a little bit more lively. But otherwise, the eyelids are pretty much in like the same position. Obviously, you have the eyeliner, big time there, and the windshield black outline. Doesn't look too bad though. The models are the same. You have the little Porsche logo there on the hood, which is minuscule. Very, very small. See how much better it looks on this version? Like you can see the whole thing. It's so cool. That's just like, might as well just put a little gold dot and call it a day. Headlights are entirely different. And it seems like they use these headlights. It's, again, just so unpredictable how Mattel does this because they use these headlights on the nice model of Sally and they use them on the metallic version and now they're using them on this version, but they don't use it on the regular version. I don't know what's going on there. Just so weird. I do like that they made her rims red, which they've been doing with all the racing reds. They really are going all out. Now, another thing that's just a little weird is that, you know, so she is metallic red, but like on the undercarriage here, like you can see the like where the red ends and where it's just kind of like silver. And that just doesn't look too great in my opinion, especially up here. It's so noticeable to me. Like you could see it right there. Kind of see it over here as well. Not a huge fan of that, but I have noticed it on like quite a few of the Thailand metallic cars. Like they just kind of stop and then, yeah, see, especially like when you flip it over, you can see all the silver here along the edges and all that. And that's just not super pretty. I mean, here it looks fine. Almost looks cool having like the silver on the bottom, but when it starts to kind of fade into the red, not the best thing in the world. On the back there, you have Carrera. Now, why is the license plate so dark? Oh my goodness, what? It looks so dirty. 301 PCE, California. Ooh. Okay, what is going on here? Do you guys have any explanation for why that license plate looks like it's like a 10 years old and needs to be renewed? Like that thing looks like it's been through all seasons times 500. That license plate is garbo. What? Why is it not pure white? Like, let's check out Mater's license plate. It looks pretty normal to me. Okay. Taillights, trunk, exhaust pipes. Exhaust pipes are separate pieces, which I feel like that'll come to an end soon. They've always had these exhaust pipes as separate little plastic pieces ever since like day one. And they're trying to like reduce the amount of pieces, so I would assume that these will become part of either the base or the body in near future. Made in Thailand, PO1A, so made in the first week of 2021 at the A factory. So yeah, that's pretty much it to her. The reason why Francesco Bernoulli, you know, was my favorite racing red, as we discussed in his videos, because he had like the metallic silver and the black on him and just so much going on. It's really a complete contrast from Sally, who, because of the fact that she has no decals and is just one color, you know, she's just red. And that's okay. Like, I didn't expect Mattel to do anything differently, but Francesco remains my favorite. I don't like those three things. Like, the model I can get over. I can get over the little silver frilling almost. But the license plate, like, why is it so dark? I don't get that at all. I just can't think of a reason for it. But anyways, yeah, just comparing her to the Thailand version of Sally here. See, the taillights are also using the like newer ones that they introduced on this newer model. So let's break this down. They revert back to the old model, but they keep the headlight and taillight decals. But then they botch the license plate. Oh, Mattel. I hate to be so pessimistic, but seriously, like, I don't know. Sometimes I just don't know what's going on. These almost look like two entirely different characters because the eyes are so small and the windshield's like so much thinner and taller, and the side view mirrors are massive. And the rims are entirely different. Yeah, for somebody who doesn't really know cars that well, would probably be like, yeah, those are definitely two different characters. Yeah, this is my least favorite racing red. You know, coming in, I thought I had a chance to maybe become my favorite, or at least the second favorite. Like, I was thinking it'll probably become my second favorite, but I just don't really understand why they've really kind of botched the character of Sally lately over the last 3 years. Like, when they released this, like, we thought we were on the right track, but then they reverted back to the old model, which, you know, we've lived with for forever. So it's fine, I guess, but like, you gotta be consistent. Like, why change it just to go back? Like, why invest the money to change it and then just go back? It doesn't make any sense to me. I think Mattel just, I don't know. I feel like their cars department is always like in a little disarray. I don't know why, and I would love to, you know, come into Mattel and just kind of straighten some things out. But anyways, guys, let me know in the comment section below, who's your favorite racing red? Mine is Francesco, then Jackson, then Mater, then Sally. I'm sorry, Sally. It's nothing personal. Mattel just has mismanaged you over the last few years. And I will see you guys soon for another video. Bye now.